A nearly 100-year-old Catholic school in Kitchener could be designated as a heritage building. The city's Heritage Committee is pursuing that status for St. John's Catholic School on Strange Street. That's where we find CTV's Colton Weins right now. Colton, we should note this is just the beginning of the designation process.
Yeah, that's right, Tony. There's still quite a process that needs to happen before the building would receive a heritage designation, but city staff are now pursuing that designation. Now, over in Waterloo, Elizabeth Ziegler Public School is a heritage property that's seen some major issues with maintenance recently, but here in Kitchener, I spoke to an expert today that says this building appears to be in great shape, and designating it a heritage property would be beneficial for the community. It's been a part of the Kitchener core since 1929. St. John's Catholic School on Strange Street was built in response to the influx of new families and births following World War I. Now the Heritage Committee wants to designate it under the Ontario Heritage Act.
They're already historicist buildings. They already convey a sense of connection to the Middle Ages.
Just the fourth school to be built in Kitchener, the city says its contribution to educational development is historically important. Adding the province's More Homes Built Faster Act requires properties on municipal heritage registers to be designated before January 1st, 2027, or they'll be removed from the register. And local experts think it's the right move.
I think it's good for children to understand that they're part of a continuum, historical continuum.
The city says the building meets 4 out of 9 criteria for heritage designation, built in the collegiate Tudor architectural style with a flat roof, red brick, and cast concrete decorative details. It did undergo reconstruction around 2009, but kept its historical elements.
You know, I can't say St. John's is an architectural masterpiece. Frankly, it's not, but its relationship to the street, its relationship to the community, its closeness to the park. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons.
A heritage designation doesn't completely protect it from demolition, but it would require the Waterloo Catholic District School Board to maintain the building. Elizabeth Ziegler Public School is a heritage property in Waterloo that recently closed because of structural concerns, but Haldenby feels with renovations done at St. John's and the value it holds in the community, it shouldn't be a concern.
Yeah, I really don't believe that there's any risk that this building is going to be determined to have structural problems within the foreseeable future anyway.
City staff will now ask the school board for any comments or concerns about designating the building, and then a notice of intention to designate will be brought back to the committee, which would then need approval from council. Tony.
Colton Weins live in front of St. John's Catholic School. Colton, thanks for that.